right, guys, quick check-in. It's about 4 p.m. and we're headed back to the gym for the Hormozi Experiment Day 1 p.m. workout. So I'm going to do a full breakdown of this workout. We're going to watch every rep, every set together. I want to prove and show you guys that I'm actually putting in this work. And this is why these results are coming. And here we are, headed to the second workout of the day. So I'll see you guys in there. What is going on, world? Little Hungarian back at the bottom of your screen. And today, as you saw there, we are going to go through the full day 29 p.m. workout on the Hormozi Experiment. If you guys are new here to the Hormozi Experiment, go check out the description box below. I made a whole video breaking down what this program, what this diet, what this workout routine is all based on. But for a quick little summary here, basically for 6 weeks, I'm eating 800 grams of carbs a day, trying to keep my fat levels around 50 grams of fat. And I'm also working out 2 times a day, 6 days a week. And what I've been doing is taking you guys through a lot of the morning workouts, because it's basically just 5 to 7 sets of bench press and 7 sets of leg press. But what I realized here is I haven't been taking you guys through the PM workouts as in depth as I probably could have. So I know this might be a little bit of a boring video, but for the most part, we're going to go through most of the sets and the reps here on the day 1 PM workout. So basically, you're working out for 3 days straight. It's a 3-day cycle, and day 1 is more back and chest focus. So as you're seeing here, I started off with chin-ups to failure. According to Hormozi's programming, I believe he actually has the chin-ups on like the 3rd exercise. He starts off with the chest exercises that you're gonna see coming up here. But for myself, I always find sitting behind the computer for so long that doing dead hangs as well as pull-ups really helps to get my back and the knots out of my back in a good way. So I do like starting off with the chin-ups first, and that's what I've been doing for this 6-week program. I really don't think it's gonna affect things positively or negatively in any big way besides just preference in general. But as you see here for chin-ups, we managed to do the first set. We got 14 reps in, 12 reps on the second set, and then 8 and 8 reps for the final 2 sets. And if you've been following along the journey here, you know, my chin-ups haven't really been going up. I've been really hovering around this, 13 to about 14 reps for the first set and slowly dialing down. But one interesting thing to keep in mind here, if you've been following along the vlogs, and you actually watch the full vlog from day 29, I woke up at about 203.4 pounds, something around there. And when I started this whole program, April 29th, so a day or two before I began, I was 181.8. So already I'm up 20 pounds, and I'm still able to do the same amount of reps for the most part on the chin-ups to failure as I was at the beginning of this program. So although the reps haven't been going up, I now have about 20 more pounds of weight on my body that I'm having to pull up. So I'm very interested to see how this is going to transition after the program is done, to see if my chin-ups go up in reps once I can cut the weight back down. But I believe my strength here in chin-ups, as well as in regards to leg press and bench press, and which is also transitioning into all my other lifts, is going up drastically. I'm feeling super, super strong. But anyways, after the 4 sets of chin-ups to failure, we then moved on to incline dumbbell press. Now, one thing we have to consider here with the dumbbell incline press is that literally like not even 6 hours before this, again, if you go watch the full vlog from day 29, I actually did 7 sets of 7 reps of 220 pounds on the bench press. So again, this isn't too heavy a weight. I could probably even push the weight a little bit more. But for myself, this is a marathon game. The whole goal is like trying to finish this program and get as much volume in as I can. I'm not trying to push myself to be exhausted or, barely be able to get the last rep in. For these sets, especially in the PM workouts, it's more about muscular fatigue. It's going through the whole muscle group. It's really trying to focus on time under tension and feeling that mind to muscle connection. Hormozi even says it in his programming. It's not about trying to get as heavy as you can on these. So First set there, we started off with 70 pounds for 12 reps. And then from there, we moved on to 4 sets of 80 pounds. But even with all that, not trying to go super heavy, like the 80s here feels so much more smoother, so much easier, so much lighter than it did, in my opinion, compared to about 30 days prior to this. Now, I was obviously doing different types of programming, different types of workouts. It's more pyramiding up to a weight rather than kind of starting at an already decently high weight. But again, this is just how I feel. I'm trying to relay how I feel throughout this. And I honestly feel all across the board, I'm getting stronger in a big, big way. But after the incline bench there, we then moved on to incline dumbbell flies. So this is another reason trying not to go too crazy on the incline dumbbell bench, because following the incline dumbbell bench, we have 150 reps of incline dumbbell flies. So you're seeing how I split that up here. We did the first 5 sets or so of 25 pounds, and you see I did 20, 20, 20, and then 15, 15. And then we dialed the weight down to 22.5 pounds, and then we did another 8 sets of 22.5 pounds. So in total, we're doing about 14 sets of just incline dumbbell flies. So I'm sitting there on this bench. I'm given, a good 1.5 to 3 minute rest maybe in between each set. It's taken a good like half an hour to get through all these because we're doing so many sets and having rest in between. But unlike my workouts before, I would probably split the amount of sets that I did here and the amount of reps between 2 or 3 different exercises, trying to get the same amount of work and targeting that same muscle group in a certain way. So in the past, I used to do a lot more exercises and around the same amount of sets. And now I'm just doing less exercises and kind of spamming those exercises like crazy. And then following chest, we then move on to the last 2 back exercises of the day. So 1-arm dumbbell row. We only did 60 pounds today. Again, I'm starting to feel it in my body here now, day 29, starting to feel more fatigued. And I really wanted to focus today more on the time under tension and going through the muscle groups. I feel like the last couple times I did 1-arm dumbbell row, and maybe you can go watch back through some of the previous videos, but I was going a little too fast in regards to the reps. And even here, as I'm kind of getting to the end and I'm kind of watching myself, I feel like these reps are a little too fast. I should be probably slowing them down a little bit. But back is something I definitely want to focus a little bit more on once I'm done this program and routine, and change some things up a little bit in regards to my back movements. But of course, we made sure we did on the left side and the right side. We're not only doing one side of the body here, but we did 60 pounds for 4 sets. First 2, we did 20 reps, and then the second 2 sets, we did 15 reps. And then from there, moving on the last exercise of the day, we have 7 sets of lat pull downs. And as you see here, played around with the weight a little bit, was really starting to feel it in my lats and in my back. So we start off with 60 pounds for 10 reps. Then we up the weight a little bit to 70 pounds for 2 sets, then back down to 60 for a set. And then we did the last 3 sets at 55 pounds. But that's basically it for me today, guys. Very short video, not too long. Trying to take you guys through the full PM workout here for the day 1 of the Hormozi experiment on these 3-day cycles. Day 2 is not as crazy. It's just 3 sets of 20 reps of squats, about 150 reps of leg extensions, and then about 150 to 200 reps of shrugs. And then day 3 is more of an arm and shoulder day. And for the most part, I don't think I'm going to go through those workouts too much. You guys can watch those in the vlogs and see what I've been doing there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate your guys' support, following along this journey and leaving your guys' comments. It definitely helps these videos to perform better and reach people out there who hopefully need to see that this program, I think, is legit. We're only 4 weeks into it right now, but I think you guys are going to see some crazy results coming up here. So thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I am the Hungarian Experiment.